Hi everybody, this is Dr. Joe Njagi, and again we are back in Mandera. It had been a while since we been here, and this time it was quite again another really exciting trip for us. We came a bigger team this time. It came a team of 6 of us, 2 young doctors and my team from the operating theater. And during this, again, gynecological camp that has been hosted by Shamaal Hospital, as always, we were able to screen about 78 to around 80 patients, all gynecological cases. But what was actually been very interesting is we have seen a totally different shift of cases as compared to our previous visit here. Majorly, we've been working on cases to do with infertility and so on our previous camps, but this time we have totally seen a totally different area of cases. Just to mention, which is actually again interesting for me in this part of our nation, is there are quite a number of cases of fibroids. We've seen cases for endometriosis, which again is quite surprising for me. There are cases for ovarian cysts. There have been cases for pelvic floor issues like cystocele and rectocele. So it's been very a totally different picture for me. In total, I think by the end of the camp, we would have operated, say, roughly 25 cases. That's what we hope for. And to me, I think that is really, really exciting. Every time I usually feel it's quite satisfying for me to share my most interesting case, and I think during this camp so far, the most interesting case was a young lady who is 22 years old, married for I think 2-3 years, and her main issue was inability to have sexual intercourse with the partner, and she also did report a mass in her private or her genitalia. And this was quite unusual for us. And when we examined, we found that she had a prolapse. By this, what I mean is her organs, the cervix, was actually protruding from the birth canal. Now, we really don't see this, especially for young patients. And if we see it, will be mostly for older patients who have delivered, say, 4 and above babies. But she had never been pregnant, and it was a really sad situation because she's been trying to conceive, and of course because of her issues she could not conceive, she could not have sexual intercourse, and it was a really interesting case. So for us, we were able to manage. So what we did, we suspended, or we lifted up the uterus, a procedure called uterosacropexy, and this is where we lift the uterus up. And after the surgery, we were really, really excited, about the surgery. More so is that she can go to her usual normal life, and hopefully she can be able to get pregnant in the next few months. Hopefully, and that would be really exciting for us. I really want to say, for me and my team, is usually a great, great pleasure for us to come out here and to be able to partner with Shamaal Hospital. I should say they have, made a remarkable impact in this part, not only as one of the best facilities, but more so the facility that is offering robust and diverse of different services, and I could not be happier than to keep partnering with them and supporting as we offer services to the people of this community. Again, they have a really state-of-the-art facility, and over the last, since my last trip here, they have really grown in size. This time, I'm not sure if you've seen my previous videos, but we are operating in a totally different spacious operating theater equipment, and everything else is just phenomenal, which again is another added reason for me to keep wanting to come back to Mandera. So as always, this is a great experience for me, and I can't wait for the next trip.
I'm Siraj Abdi Adan, the administrator, Shamaal Hospital. As we earlier announced, at the beginning of September, we'll be having a gynecological camp that will start on 12th of September, going all the way to the end of the month. And later, as from 30th to the 3rd of October, we were to do the procedures from the camp. Alhamdulillah, we started our camp on 12th. We did screening, and we managed to see 78 patients from the camp. Out of 78 patients, we had 24 booked for procedures, but since we had a short time to do the procedures, we managed to do 13 cases. Among the cases were colpopexy, TLH, uterine fibroids. So different from the previous camps that we've had. The numbers that we are receiving, the numbers we got from this camp compared to the other camp, the previous camp we've been having more of fertility cases, issues other than other gynecological complications. As you have just seen from the surgeries we did, we only had 2 diagnostic, but most of the cases were other complications like TLH, we had colpopexy, uterine prolapse. So we would like to urge the residents of Mandera who are having other gynecological issues. When we speak of gynecological camps, we don't only address the fertility factor only, but also other complications, gynecological complications. So alhamdulillah, the camp is going on well. We expect at the end of the day to have done 13 to 14 cases, and alhamdulillah, everything is going well, and we'll see how the end feedback. I would also like to notify the residents of Mandera that as from now, we'll be having a permanent gynecologist, female, Dr. Hawa Abdi, who will always be at the facility to offer the gynecological services. And in case of surgeries and everything, we're going to see how we're going to organize camps.